In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the use of the compare validator. The compare validator allows you to check to make sure that a given text box or field within your web form is equivalent to another field on your web form. Now, the reason why we use it in this case is to check that to make sure that whatever the person typed in first in the first password field is exactly the same as what they typed in the second password field. Additionally, the compare validator can also make sure that the user types in a certain value before it allows them to enter the field. So it would be perfect for a situation like this, where we require them to type in the word yes in the text box in order for them to continue on. So we'll demonstrate both of these techniques right now. What I'm going to do is pull a compare validator control onto my web form and drop it into place. And I'm also going to set the text. Please make sure passwords are the same. It's kind of long-winded, and I'm going to have to adjust my web form to account for that. But since we have an extra area, I'm just going to leave it kind of like that. Okay, great. And the next thing that I need to do is to make sure that I set the control to compare and the control to validate settings. The control to compare is the first one that the user typed in. In other words, it's the password. The control to compare, I'm going to set it to the password verify field. So I'm going to make sure that the password verify field is equal to whatever they typed into the password field to ensure that they didn't type the values incorrectly as they were filling out their password. If they did, that could be catastrophic to their ability to re-log in at some future point in time. So I'm going to go ahead and save what I've done and select Run. And now we're going to watch it as it appears in our test window. So I need to type in a username to make sure I don't fire off that event as well. And then I'm going to type in a password called Kitty, my cat's name, and then type in my dog's name as the other password. I'm going to select the OK button, and notice that the message appears, please make sure passwords are the same. So now I'm going to change this back to Kitty and select OK, and the form posts to itself. It obviously allowed the form post to occur. So that's great. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. The next thing we're going to do is use another compare validator just briefly to show how to set it to make sure that it equals a specific value that we have in mind. For example, I'm going to drag and drop another compare validator next to our verify acceptance to the terms by typing yes in this text box area. I guess I'll adjust this out because we always need the extra room. Now that I have the compare validator selected, I'm going to go to my property box. There seems to be a bug with Visual Studio Enterprise Edition. Whenever you try to resize Windows, it pops up in the start page. Maybe it's something I'm doing wrong, but it seems kind of suspicious. So now I'm going to select that, the compare validator, and go down to value to compare. I'm going to type in the word yes. And I'm also going to select the control to validate as, I'll get it right here one of these times, txt confirm. That's this text box right here. So I'm going to hit select Run. And if I did it correctly, which I was clicking all kinds of different things there for a moment, so I don't know what could have happened. Type in Kitty and Kitty. And then also I'm going to type in no in this box and select OK. Notice that the compare validator, we didn't change the text, so the default text compare validator appears. So let's type in yes this time, select OK, and it seems to post just fine. So the compare validator makes sense to use in your applications whenever you want to make sure the user types in a specific value, or when you want to make sure that that two text boxes are equal to the same thing, such as in the case that we demonstrated here with two passwords, typing in a password and retyping it in to confirm it. So I hope you like this video about the compare validator, and we're going to continue to use this same web form in the remainder of the validator series in just a moment.